Hey y'all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. And if you're new around here, hello and welcome. My name is Katie Marie and I am a lover of eyeshadow palettes. And today we're going to be having a lot of fun because we're doing a face-off, which is a version of palette bingo, except you do it with a friend on YouTube and then you guys see you use the same exact palette bingo shades that you randomly picked and you see what you can come up with. And I guess the spirit of it is that you have a face-off and see who won, but honestly, anytime I've ever done this, we just do it for fun and to see how different we can get using the same exact shade. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I think we'll be sprinkling a little bit of random talk, and today my mind is just very heavily focused on MLM and I'm wanting to get your guys' thoughts on it. So I know I'm going to be rambling about that as we get into the video, but yeah, that is what we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and do my Instagram shout out before I jump into sharing with you guys the palette we're going to be using and the YouTuber that I'm going to be collaborating on this video with. So my Instagram shout out for today goes to NCTR40. Nancy, you left a comment on my most recent post, so you are my Instagram shout out for today. Thank you so very much for your very sweet comment. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, you are my Instagram shout out for today. Thank you so much for interacting with me over there and leaving me comments on my posts. I really do appreciate it, as it does really help in the algorithm and all of the engagement and whatnot to get my posts out there. So thank you so very much. Okay, so who am I collaborating with? I know I'm already like 5 minutes into the video and I haven't even said, but I am collaborating with Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. We have collaborated many times in the past. I feel like we've done a face-off in the past too, but we enjoy these so much so we wanted to do it again, and she picked the Menagerie Cosmetics Pharaoh palette to do our face-off with, which I was totally down for because it has been ages since I got to play with this palette, and it is definitely one of my first loves when it comes to colorful eyeshadow palettes. It was the first palette that I got from Menagerie Cosmetics, so it holds a very special place in my heart. So when she asked if I wanted to use this palette for the face-off, I was all down for that. So this is the palette we're going to be using. And as I said, Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner and I are doing this video together, and I randomly selected a bunch of shadows from this palette, and we're each going to take those shadows that I selected and we're going to each create a look with it. So if you don't know Annette, I will have her channel linked down below, as well as the video for her video for this collab, so you can go right over there and check it out after watching this one and to see what she did with the colors that we chose here today. And if you've never heard of Annette before, if I'm introducing you to her, oh my goodness, you are in for a treat. If you enjoy the colorful eyeshadows that I do over here, Annette is going to take you to the next level because she is so creative and so fun when it comes to her eye makeup, and even her neutral and more toned down looks. She always adds that element of fun, that element of color, and I absolutely love it. I have been following Annette from the very beginning. I've loved seeing her grow, and I'm just so excited to be able to collaborate with her. So yeah, I feel like everyone who follows me is already following Annette, but just in case you don't, you need to be. I will have the link down in my description box so you can check her out. But thank you so much, Annette, for collaborating with me on this video. And if you're coming over from Annette's channel, thank you so much for checking out my video, and I hope you enjoy it. Fingers crossed I can do this look justice. I have a fun idea in my head. Let's see if I can bring that to fruition and if it looks as cool on my face as it does in my head. Okay, let me go ahead and swatch out the shades that we selected. Let me make sure I got this right. I picked 6, 8, 12, 1, and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 9. And then what was the other color? I think 1. Yeah, I totally forgot the number 1. Let me swatch these and I'll clean my hand off to do the number 1, which is that Harmonia shade. But yeah, here are the colors. This is a super fun color story. So here is the number 1. Make sure I'm in frame. This is the color story we have to work with. And I have something, like I said, really fun in my head. So anyway, let's just hop right into it. Let me get a little bit closer. I forgot I switched out my lens to get the more up close lens, but I forgot I was gonna leave it zoomed out because I wanted to chat. Because I just feel chatty today, but hopefully let me know if it's annoying for me to be talking in this close to the camera. If it makes you uncomfortable, let me know, and next time I won't do it. I have the Gerard Clean Canvas Eye Base, and I'm going to start with the shade In My Crease. Alright, I'm just going to be putting this all in my crease. I kind of wanted to keep it bright, but I feel like I'll try packing it on after I put it down, because I feel like as I blend it out, it just gets deeper because it's such an intense and pigmented shade. So I think I'm going to blend out the outer edges and then I'll kind of go back in and do more pressing to try to make that color pop, because I really want it to be bright instead of grungy when it comes to this Harmonia shade. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, I kind of want to chat with you guys about MLMs, and not like, I'm not starting an MLM, I'm not like joining MLM, nothing like that. I just want to talk about MLMs because I've made comments on here before in the past. I think it was really only when I reviewed that Red Aspen, like it was a nail brand, but I didn't really realize when I first accepted their PR that they were an MLM. That was my bad, but I didn't realize it. So when I kind of reviewed them, I don't like their nails, so that kind of helped the matter of me not promoting them because I just don't think the quality is there unless you're someone who like enjoys changing your nails up every day. When we're talking about nails that last, they just don't. So I kind of have moved past them because I like nails that last. But anyway, when I did that video, I kind of touched on my thoughts on it and I got a little bit of response, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about what your personal thoughts are when it comes to MLMs. And if you are a part of the ML or anti-MLM community, let me know what you guys think about what's going on, because I have been a silent observer, I guess you could say, of the MLM community or anti-MLM community. Gotta make sure I don't get those mixed up. But I have just been a part of it, but you know, more just like a viewer. I've just been watching them, and I know in my Red Aspen video I mentioned Emily Leah as being a great resource, and I still do think that her videos were good, like more of her deep dives, I would say. And so when I found her, I started getting into more and more, and just over the past couple of months, like while I still would watch Emily Leah, and I still did, overall I agree with the anti-MLM stance in that MLMs are often very predatory, and when people join them, often they end up losing money just because of the whole way it is set up. You really need to you really need to recruit. But at the same time, I come from, like, for me personally, like outside of YouTube, I do have a little experience with MLM. I think I might have mentioned this in the video, but I actually was like an Avon representative when I was a young girl. I think it was like 16, 17 or something. I started selling it because I was super into makeup. I wanted to be into makeup, I should say, but I just didn't have any money, and I wanted to do something to make money. And so my mom and dad were like, hey, Avon at the time, I don't know what it is now, but you paid $10 and you could be a rep and then just go from there. You didn't really have to spend any money. So they're like, do you want to do this and see if you can earn some extra money? And so I was like, yeah, sure. So I think I did it for a couple years and I had a really good experience. So for me and my personal experience coming from that, like I was very cognizant. My parents were really good at, you know, making sure I understood what I was getting into. So I never spent more than I made kind of thing. And I don't think I made a ton of money. I mean, I made enough to be able to buy the makeup that I was wanting, so that was nice. It's not like I made enough money to go buy my own house or anything, but for a young teen, I thought it was pretty cool because I got to earn a little bit of money, you know, try doing a business aspect kind of thing, see how I liked it, and then also be able to buy makeup at a discount and all that stuff. So I enjoyed that aspect. But I'm obviously not a part of it because I just don't like that aspect. I don't like selling makeup. I learned from that I just don't like, I'm not a good salesperson. Like, I like what I'm doing here on YouTube because I can just try makeup. I leave my links in the description box, and if you guys want to click them and shop through them, you do, but there's no, like, there's no, I don't know, dependence on me to earn money from you guys shopping, if that makes sense. Like, I like that I can do YouTube and I get a constant, as much as you can from Google, but I get paid through AdSense pretty much every month, so that I feel like anything I get from, you know, my links and stuff is just kind of like a bonus. So I like having this way of a side income in that my money is coming from YouTube and not from you guys. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just don't like it. And I found that out pretty quick. So I only did Avon for a couple of years because I was that person to be like, I wouldn't approach people. I never recruited anyone, and I wouldn't approach people saying like, hey, do you want to buy some Avon kind of thing? I would just, it was more word of mouth, and if people were like, oh, I'm looking for an Avon lady, I'd be like, oh, hey, I sell Avon kind of thing, and then I would give them catalogs, and I never really called them up and be like, hey, what do you want to order this week? It was more so that they reached out to me and were like, hey, Katie, I want to order such and such and such. That's how I did my business, because I didn't like it. So for me personally, like, the whole MLM structure is totally outside my comfort zone. I don't like it. But at the same time, I have other family members who are a part of, you know, like the MLM, certain MLMs and whatnot. Definitely none of the like really bad ones in my opinion. The ones that my family members are a part of, I think, you know, they're still MLMs in that respect. But I don't know, they're not as bad as like, what is it, Monet or what's the other one? Arbonne? they're not like that. So anyway, I have a hard time knowing how to handle, I'm gonna cut my crease. Am I even talking? I'm very chatty today, so forgive me if I'm talking and just not explaining what I'm doing, but I'm gonna cut my crease and do a half cut crease now. But anyway, I have a hard time knowing how to handle MLMs on my channel because I feel like, I don't know if it's just because YouTube and me kind of checking out the anti-MLM community, but people are very vehemently opposed to MLMs. And I understand why, and the fact that not only are they kind of predatory, but I definitely think it depends on the person, because there are some people that are just, I feel like they would kind of be slimy no matter what they did, you know, or what job they had. But anyway, I know that MLMs can have those really, you know, cold message people, people who pressure you, people who trick you. I've watched the reaction videos. There are some horrible MLMers out there. But with saying that, I also am of the mindset that I don't think everyone is, and especially if like I have a relationship with someone and I'm curious to buy, or I want to buy something in my personal life, I'll still buy the product from them to A, support them, but B, to also buy the product because I want it. So I struggle with how to present that and how to handle that on my YouTube channel, because there was something that I was curious to try that a relative of mine was selling, and I put it out on Instagram. And that was another reason I kind of wanted to do this video today and just chat with you guys. But I put it out on Instagram. I was like, hey, would you guys want to hear my thoughts on this? And a lot of people, it was like 50-50. And I can't remember which way. It was a little over 50-50, and I can't remember if it was a little bit more people wanting to hear my review or a little bit more people of like, that's an MLM, I don't want any, you know, I don't want to hear anything about it. I wanted to also put it out on here and just to get your thoughts, because at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing for me with my channel is I'm just that type of person it's makeup to me, so I review the makeup that I'm interested in. And I've kind of done that. I've never been the type to cancel brands kind of thing. So when it comes to MLMs that have makeup and I'm interested in it, part of me is just like, well, I'll just review it because it's makeup, and I'll just review it on the makeup. And I can always put a disclaimer saying like, hey, this is an MLM. I would never recommend you join an MLM. You can purchase straight from their website kind of thing and avoid any kind of representative. I don't know. I struggle with where that line draws, because for me personally, like I said, in my personal life, if I'm interested in makeup, I just buy the makeup. But I feel like on my YouTube channel, I can't do that. So I don't know. I'm going in with this yellow shade, and I'm trying to leave a gap where that ends. That's actually a really pretty look right there with that kind of whitish, but anyway. So I don't know. I wanted to see what you guys thought, and feel free to like let me know. I'm not saying I'm going to review MLM products, and I'm not saying I'm joining it. I'm not saying I would recommend someone join it. I definitely, if you're thinking about joining it and you stumbled across this video, do some research and like do deep dives and really understand how the MLM works and how it is that you have to make money. And then also, like, you know, get some people who have joined it, their feedback, so you can really be informed before you just jump right in. Okay, got interrupted by the kids. I don't know where I was. I'm putting this pink right here in case I didn't say that before. But anyway, I'm not saying that I'm going to join an MLM or recommend an MLM, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on just reviewing the products, because I mean, to be honest, like in the past, I've reviewed Avon products because Avon has sent PR before, and I mean, I reviewed them. You can go on Avon's website and buy through them. At least last time I was looking, you don't have to buy through a rep. So you don't have to, you know, find a rep, you know, if you don't want to support someone, because I know people feel strongly about supporting the people who are part of an MLM because they don't want to like feed the habit, I guess you could say. And that's another thing with me. I'm like, well, if you really don't want them recruiting people, then I would think that like buying the makeup from them and letting them be profitable selling the makeup would like look better not only to people but also to the company, of saying like, hey, people are more interested in buying it than selling it, so, you know, let's put our efforts there as opposed to recruiting people. Does that make sense? I don't know. This video is going to be very rambly because I have just been having a lot of thoughts, especially like, I don't know if you are a part of the MLM or anti-MLM community. There's been a lot of drama over there. And I was again, it's very interesting being a silent observer of drama in a different community, because like usually there's just drama in the beauty community. So I know, or I'm like more invested in it, I guess you could say. But being that I wasn't invested in it, and just enjoyed watching it and learning about MLMs and whatnot, it was very interesting to observe the drama unfold, because when it started coming out, and if you don't know the drama, if you want to spend like 2 hours watching them, just it was kind of all because Emily, Leah, and Kimberly. Wait, Emily, Leah, and Kimberlea. I'm about to say Kimberlea. Kimberlea decided to leave the anti-MLM community. Y'all, I cannot be a part of this community because I just can't get it right. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go in with the green now, and I'm putting that in the white space. Do you think that'll be pretty? Anyway, it's all because they decided to leave. So everyone in the and I mean, they left, specifically one more than the other, kind of did a lot of wouldn't be how I would left. They, you know, were pretty upset and whatnot, so they kind of dragged everyone through the mud kind of thing. So I can understand being, if you were part of the anti-MLM community, being pretty upset about that. But anyway, they left it, and I thought it was interesting that a lot of their talks or like points of leaving it was because they didn't like doing the reaction videos, and they just felt like pointless. They wanted to be more informative, and like tactics that some anti-MLM people would use that they would kind of poke fun at or tear apart in their reaction videos were not exactly like terrible, or were not exactly anything unique to the MLM community or unique to being in an MLM, if that makes sense. And I thought it was so interesting because I'd actually kind of stopped watching the anti-MLM community because they would mostly do reaction videos, and a lot of their stuff either like it would get to the point of just poking fun and being like, I don't know, I just thought was kind of mean to the people, or they would tear them apart for their way of promoting it, and I would sit there and be like, but big companies do this exact same thing and we don't bat an eye, like the whole being annoying and constantly, you know, sending emails or constantly reaching out. Like, do you know how many BoxyCharm emails I get trying to get me to sign back up? Or do you know, like if I leave something in my cart at a certain store, I think most everyone does this now, but if you leave stuff in your cart, the brand, the website, or whatever company will send you an email saying, hey, you forgot something in your cart. So like, I don't know, some of the things they were kind of really hounding on these MLMers, the selling tactics, I couldn't really get down with, because I was like, it's not just MLMs, it's not just these people doing this, it's any brand really. Oh, that looks so pretty, isn't it? So I would like to know what you think. If you think like, hey Katie, just keep it makeup is makeup, review what you're interested in, and don't worry about if it's MLM or not. I'd love to hear that. Or if you're someone who's like, any MLM, I am totally against. If you start reviewing them, you're going to incite the drama, because I don't want to do that. I just want to have fun with makeup on my channel. Or if you're of that aspect where like, hey, if I can go on their website and buy it and I don't have to buy it through the distributor, I wouldn't mind hearing reviews, that sort of thing. I'd love to hear. And that's also the thing, like some of these anti-MLMers also try the makeup, and I'm like, you're trying the makeup and being able to review, and often like, it's been ages since I've tried Avon, but the last one I tried was their black water liner. It's the best one that I've tried, and I've been meaning to go back and repurchase that because it's just so good. So like some of them do sell good products, and like I said, I'm pretty sure last time I was looking, which has been months, but you can buy Avon straight from Avon. You don't have to go through a distributor. And I've never had that horrible experience. Yeah, I've gotten the cold messages on Instagram, but I've also gotten the cold messages of like trying to buy followers. I've also gotten messages of, you know, these random Amazon brands wanting to send me, wanting me to buy a product on Amazon. They'll refund me the money after I leave a 5-star review, so that when I leave that 5-star review, it shows that I'm a verified buyer. That always bothers me. I feel like no one talks about it, but that's just so wrong. So I get those things too. So it's not like just, you know, MLMers are the only ones, you know, leaving these and trying to do these shady things. There are other shady things in the world, and, you know, I just kind of will get them and keep on moving. So anyway, this is going to be a bear to edit, I know, because I've just been so rambly, and I don't even know if that one's very even, but all that to say, I would love to hear your thoughts. As I said, on Instagram, it was pretty 50-50, so I wanted to kind of poll, I guess you could say, on my YouTube and see what you guys think. What a big difference. A little bit of blending, a little bit of extra TLC can make a big difference. But anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. So I'm going to just stop talking at this point, and then I'll come back after I've done all of, I've done this eye and I've done my wing liner and mascara, and we can do the lower lash line together. Rambling Katie out. All right, we are back. This eye did not turn out as good as this eye did. That aside, I absolutely love how this is turning out. So let's finish it and see if I can keep it strong. And I don't really know what I'm gonna do because I already used all the colors. So what should I do at the bottom? It's kind of like a free-for-all. And then I did forget about my inner corner because I don't have anything. So sorry, I'm itching my nose. It really itches right now. I don't know why. So maybe I'll just use my face highlight. Would that be a cheat? You know, let's just do this blue and then I'm gonna use yellow. I love a good yellow and kind of mix the two in the middle and see what happens. I'm gonna keep it pretty tight, I think, because I don't really want to bring it around and make it really heavy. I think I'm gonna keep my under eye, my lower lash line pretty light. Anyway, while I was out finishing up, I tried to think if there's anything else I wanted to touch on. And I do feel like I need to say, like, I'm not doing this video to start drama. I do realize that there was a bunch of drama going on in the anti-MLM community recently, which is almost why I didn't do this, but there's Levi. Let me mute him while he finishes waking up so I can finish this. But I'm not doing this to start drama. I'm not doing this to, like, I don't know, get views or anything. It's a topic that I'm going with the yellow that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a long time. And I've just been kind of scared to because I feel like MLMs are like so hated, I guess you could say, especially on YouTube. And maybe that's just because I've been watching the MLM or anti-MLM community for so long. I feel like they're so hated. So I've honestly just been scared to talk about this. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I have been scared. But I mean, I was talking to myself, that sounds weird. But I've been thinking this past week, you know, my channel is just to be like a friend talking to you guys, and that's kind of really how I view my channel. So I'm like, why am I afraid to get your opinion on this? If I want to talk to you guys about it and hear what you guys think, maybe, you know, hearing what you guys think will help me solidify where I stand on the whole MLM and whatnot. And like I said, if I were to put myself in a category, I'm definitely more anti-MLM because I would never join an MLM and I would never suggest anyone to join an MLM because it's just, unless you like selling and you're good at selling, like I'm definitely one of those people who do not believe when people are like, anyone can sell it, and if people say they don't have time to sell or be a part of an MLM, I give them, you know, a side eye because like anyone can sell this. I definitely don't believe that at all. You have to have the gift because I'm going in with my ABH, what is this called? Amrezy highlighter. Because I was in an MLM, you know, Avon, and it was hard for me to sell because I just did not like selling things. So I definitely don't think that, but at the same time, like I said, I just want to talk to you guys and hear what you guys think. Okay, my battery died, so I went ahead and switched out my lens while I changed the battery because Levi laid back down, but he's still moving, so my time is limited. But anyway, I was just saying that I wanted to just, you know, kind of like a friendly conversation, hear what you guys think. I'm not saying the anti-MLM community is like bad or I strongly disagree with them. I definitely think they have their strong suits, and I do think they, you know, they're doing good work in bringing awareness to how MLMs work because I do think it's very helpful. And if anyone was to ask me if you wanted to join an MLM or what my thoughts are, I would direct them over there because I really just don't think, like I said, unless you're a big seller and you're, you know, shooting and wanting to try to sell product more than just recruit people, it's hard. And I found it very hard being in one. But anyway, so I'm not saying it, you know, to like throw shade at people who are in an anti-MLM community. I definitely want to be clear on that. I've been an observer. I know a couple names. I have a couple channels, and it's just got me thinking and whatnot. So I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, let me go ahead and get some close-ups and then we can do my outro. I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. Alright, so this is my final look. Per usual, I'll stick up some close-ups. I really like how this turned out. Like I said, I had it in my head, but I wasn't sure what it would look like or if it would like work out. But the way it worked out, especially this eye, that blend from all the colors, just what I was thinking of. Like I said, this is a little rough. I feel like the purple is just a little funky, and then the green is a little too big in comparison to my other side. But overall, this is a fun look. Like, I am so excited, and this is one of those looks that it's just like, I don't want to take it off at the end of the night because it's just so fun. So I'm definitely gonna be recording another video today so I can get 2 videos with this look because it is so very fun. So yeah, this is the look that I created with these colors. Let me know what you think. I cannot wait to hear your guys' feedback on that, and make sure you go check out Annette's channel and see what look she created with these colors because, like I said, she is the queen when it comes to creativity and color with her eyeshadows. So definitely recommend that you go watch her video now that this this one is over, and I cannot wait to see what she does. I know she's going to kill it per usual. But yeah, this is going to be my look for the Face Off palette bingo challenge that we did between the two of us. I really enjoyed playing with my Feral palette again. It's such a good palette. I still love it, and the artwork is just amazing. I still love the artwork as well. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you think, and as I've been rambling on and on about MLMs, let me know what you think there too. It's just something that has been on my mind a lot, and I was like, you know what? These videos tend to be very quick and, you know, not super exciting if I'm just putting on my makeup, so let's chat while I do it. Let me know what you guys think of that, if you'd rather me just stick to the makeup and not kind of talk about random topics that have been on my mind lately. But if you did enjoy, you know, kind of getting to hear my thoughts on an issue as I do my makeup, let me know that as well. Maybe I can do that again in the future. But yeah, to sum up this whole outro, just let me know what you think about this video and this eye look. I cannot wait to hear. And make sure you go over and check out Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, as she is one of my dearest friends here over on YouTube, and I really do love her. So yeah, with all that said, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up on your way out, as it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. And if you want to continue getting daily content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92, and I upload there about every day. Lots of fun close-ups on the eye looks that I do, product shots, reels, fun little things like that. I've just been having a lot of fun on Instagram, so check me out over there if you want to. But with all that said, I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.